Yesterday, after I posted my little story about the transfer switch installation, I got a few private messages on Facebook about what is it, why do I need it, and what does it do. So basically it just allows you to switch the power that you supply to your house to either the grid or your solar. Okay, it's got two inputs, one output. The output is your house, and one input is the grid, and the other input is your solar. Okay, some people say, well, why do you need it? And you need to be able, in case if the grid fails, you want to be able to, if that's your primary source, you want to be able to switch over to your backup, which is your inverter. And vice versa, if the inverter is your primary source, then you want to be able to switch over to the grid in case of a failure. Now, some people argue that the 18K has a built-in transfer switch, and that's all you need. And I want to say that's not true. The 18K has a transfer switch, and it works when the 18K is awake and aware. Okay, so if for any unknown reason or unforeseen reason the 18K fails and it needs to be removed, then you've got no power to your house unless you're able to switch back to the grid. So some people will say that you can get around that by just disconnecting 18K and splicing the wires back together, or use a couple of circuit breakers to switch from one back to the other. I doubt very seriously if your local regulating authorities would pass on that. I really don't think they would. But anyhow, I wanted it to be legal and pass inspection and be able to switch anytime I want from grid to solar, and in case my inverter fails or my batteries die, or a hurricane comes through here, I want to be able to switch back to the grid. And so that's why I put it in. Now, most people, they buy their kit, they get it installed and everything is working great, and they're ready to hook it up to the house, and they are surprised by this very expensive last step to get grid tied. Okay, my grid tie cost me almost $2,000, and the switch was on Home Depot $630. I had to pay to have the trench run 320 or 165 feet back from the breaker box back to the shed, and I had to pay the installer $820. The wire was $900 and change plus shipping. So there's $2,000 right there. So don't think you're finished spending money once you got your inverter working, the solar panels are on the roof, and everything's fine. You're still going to have some expense to finish your project and get buy-in by your power company. This is all if you want to sell to the grid. If you want to remain totally off grid and only use the grid for backup and never sell anything back to them, you might be able to cheat a little bit on these and get around it. But for me, I want to be able to sell back to the grid, because my batteries are usually full on a sunny day by 10:30 in the morning, and I'm wasting half the day of electricity that I could be selling. And some people will say, well, just buy more batteries, and I intend to. So anyhow, that's my spiel on the 18K. I love my 18K. It's a great machine, but just bear in mind that you do need a transfer switch if you're going to sell back to the grid, and you want to be legal about it. Okay, thank you, and bye.